rest stops, how to find them and how to utilize them, how to use them effectively. We're going to visit 3 rest stops on our way because
we're leaving Flagstaff.
Yes, and we're going south. We're going to go to Tucson. It's too wet. It's too damp up here. Yeah.
And in Tucson, it's going to be 91 degrees today, so it's going to dry out.
Yes, I need to dry out my van, and I want to get to my mechanic because I want to find out why there is a massive amount of water that's pooling in my passenger side where my feet are. A lot of you said it was my heat core. Well, we're going to find out, and if you were right, ooh, bingo. Yeah, it's certainly not condensation from my bottles because that would be crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of water down there, and we're going to find out. So we got stuff to do down there, huh?
That's right.
But in the meantime,
got it all lined up and directions and everything.
I know. So, about ready to go, huh?
Let's do it.
Okay, windows washed.
Yep.
Everything's checked. Oh, I do need to check my engine fluids.
Okay.
Yes. So, let's get to the first rest stop. Come on, you're coming with us. I thought our first stop would actually be the first rest stop, but we came across this scenic view and we had to stop and see it because I wanted you to see it also. Abby, she's driving. She's been driving the whole time. Paul wants to check the solar on his roof. We forgot to do that when we left Flagstaff. So we're going to do it now. I'm going to end up getting your butt. How's it look?
Looks great.
Paul and I, now that we travel together, we have a system where we have decided to use every rest stop. The only exception would be is if we just went to a gas station for like the past 10 minutes, and we'll usually pass it on by. But we've decided to use every rest stop. That way we know that we're not going to, that we're on the same page when we're dealing with a rest stop.
Right.
And then we look them up first on our way. We look up every rest stop and mark it on Google Maps.
Isn't Google Maps wonderful?
I do. I know. I love it. Yeah. So that's how we kind of organize things up when we're going on a trip. And this trip, we're going to hit 3. And this one's called, is it McGuireville?
McGuireville.
McGuireville, yes. And it's very scenic. I'll show you in just a second. Now, we want to, if there's something going on or we change our mind, we need to call each other, but we're going 75 miles an hour. So what we're doing is we use Siri, and we say, hey Siri, whoops, I don't want to say that, but you know, hey you, call Paul.
Yeah.
Mobile. And he has the same thing. We tested it out before we left just to get used to it. That's what we're going to do if we need to contact each other to say, hey, I really got to go to the bathroom or I really got to stop somewhere.
And I don't know about you, Lee, but if I want to plug to go to the contacts, to go to Minivan Lee, and then try to hit those buttons.
Oh, I know.
When we're going down the highway at 75 miles an hour, my hand cannot do that exact button, and so this works great.
And it would be dangerous to do that because I don't do well with that. I got to take my eye off for a minute. I'm like, whoa,
sure.
So I don't like to take my eye off the road, not going that fast.
Yeah.
So, and we mentioned that usually we travel in the morning, right? Well, I've had coffee, he's had coffee, and I drink all that water. I have to go, I have to pee a lot in the morning. Already, it's been a couple times. We did the scenic view, and I had to go pee there. I'm probably going to go here too. So that's our system. We also, I like to plan for where we're going. So we say we go in the morning, but it might be wise sometimes to go in the afternoon so you're not facing the sun coming at you at all times. Yeah.
It all depends what direction you're headed.
Right. And today we're going south. So at towards the end we are going to have to face the sun a little bit, but
my question, Lee.
What?
Where are we stopping for breakfast?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to stop in Camp Verde. That's too soon. I can wait. I don't know about you.
Oh, I know it. No, it's only, it is 9 o'clock. We got another hour. We should probably punch in Denny's then.
I would think so.
Okay, we'll find one. Usually
then,
Pilot, don't they? They feature Denny's, right?
Who does?
Pilot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Quite
ones
often.
that, or Flying.
Flying J.
Flying J, yeah.
Yeah, so let's do that. And, it's a beautiful morning.
I'm going to show you the view we have here. Yeah, this is really, really nice. It's very scenic, this route. And we got more to come, so hang on. Coming with us.
Hey, good boy.
Yeah, Abby likes to use the rest stops too. Isn't that funny how she puts her legs out? She reminds me of a frog. Yeah.
warm here. Hi.
It's hot. What happened?
We have changed from 38 degrees this morning when we woke up at 5:30 to 92 degrees this afternoon. It's only 60 degrees different.
Yeah, it's really hot. But we want to show, this is, I thought it said Sacaton, but you're probably Circassian is probably the correct.
I don't know.
Yeah, the correct pronunciation. This is our last rest stop. Now, the second one was Sun Point. They had it closed, so we couldn't go in there. But what we did was we stopped at a Denny's and we refreshed up, got a little something to eat.
There was, at that Denny's, I don't know what's going on, but it was clean, but
Yeah,
there was one hostess, one waitress, and one cook for the full size Denny's.
yeah,
And she made all kinds of excuses and so forth, can't get help and what have you, but I don't know what's happening to some of these restaurants. It's not nice.
well, it's kind of, it was an Anthem, and it was kind of small anyways, you know, so there's a lot of noise. Sorry about all of that. There's a lot of traffic right here. Yeah. So we got Abby out. She went to the dog park, and they have a little area where you take the dogs to go to the bathroom. And then, of course, the bathrooms here really clean. I think the rest areas that we've been to throughout the last year or so have been pretty clean. Yeah.
Wonder
Nice.
if that's left over from the COVID days.
I don't know. Yeah. But when we came across the country, we went to a lot of them, Missouri, Nebraska, Wyoming. They were great.
Yeah.
The only weird one was in Nevada. They had they were worse than outhouses. It was just like a hole in the ground. You had to, I don't know what was up with that, but yeah. That was probably the worst in Nevada, going to Reno.
At least the worst that I saw. To be quite honest, I don't go in many of these restrooms. I feel like it's much more clean in my van, whether it's a pee bottle or a 5-gallon bucket. I'd just soon stick with my own germs, but it's good to hear that they are pretty clean.
Yeah, the bathroom here, you see, it's really clean. And then, of course, this is a picnic area. There are picnic tables around. And, you know, there's a family over there enjoying. We found the shade, though. We got a shaded one for sure, yeah. So our goal is to not drive more than 4 hours a day. And that's pretty much what we're doing today, huh?
And that doesn't include time for a restaurant or a rest area.
Right.
4 hours of driving, and that's about it.
Right, right. But you need to have rest, and you need to have these rest stops. I like these rest stops. Now, if it was nighttime, I would definitely park here for the night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would sleep here. We mainly stayed at rest stops. So we did rest stops, Cracker Barrels, when we were coming from Cincinnati all the way to Reno, right? Yeah, that took almost like 4 or 5 days. Yeah. So we try not to, some of the days we found a rest stop, we did like 3 hours. And then, go into town and then into town and then go do something, and then go to the rest stop at night. Yeah. Abby needs to get out too. She needs to get out and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So
she lets me know if she's got to go, and that's a good thing. I don't blame her a bit. She drinks lots of water.
Yeah.
She does much better with that than I do.
Yeah.
But that water has to go somewhere, so.
We had to get our shorts on for sure. Yeah, he got his shorts on. It's going to be a hot couple, 3 weeks until southern Arizona can kind of calm down a little bit. But why did we leave so earlier than what we thought? We wanted to get out of the moisture. It was just too much moisture.
You're drying out right now.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
My van needs to kind of dry out. So, well, this has been our review of rest stops and instructions on how to use them, how to plan for them, and basically what do you do on Google?
As far as Google Maps goes?
Correct.
Well, like today, we kind of took it step by step. We didn't say Flagstaff to Tucson and get a route.
Right.
We went to the first rest area to make sure we wouldn't miss it. Then we looked for a Denny's, and we looked for a second rest area, which was closed, which Google didn't tell us about, unfortunately.
Yeah, it should have. Google usually says when they're closed.
Yeah. And then we went to this rest area, which is, we are now east of Phoenix and on Highway 10, headed into Tucson, which is 60, 70 miles now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, when we found what I did last night was I looked up, I just typed in rest stops. I didn't say rest stops near me. I didn't say rest stops on 17 or 10 or anything. Google seemed to have known, maybe because of my history, that it showed me all the rest stops going to Tucson. It's like amazing. But you can always type in rest stops near me. And what it did, and so what I did was I looked on each rest stop, shared it, put it on our Signal chat, and that way we both had them, ready to go, so we could just punch them in. So I'll just type in rest stops. Now, if you really are traveling a long ways, like across country, you can type in, for now, I'm not seeing signs yet at Cracker Barrel. So maybe you could either type in rest stop, if you're not seeing one for a while, type in a decent sized city, town, and type in Cracker Barrel. For now, it looks like they haven't got the signs up yet.
Right. So
yeah.
far, so good.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's coming.
Yeah. So if you really want to, and you're traveling across, use the rest stops. Oh my gosh. Stop at each one, see what they're like. Get out, stretch your legs, get a drink. You can stay in your van if you want to, get something to eat, bring it out of the picnic table. So this has been our rest stop presentation, and we wanted to let you know about them and show what we got. We hope you really enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and go to minivanlee.com. I still got a neck gaiter on. I'm gonna go in my van, I think, before we take off and start. Now I'm gonna wear these and start squirting them down. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be in Tucson.
Next stop is Tucson.
Yes. Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.